press box for that game. But that's 2016.
Yep.
This is 2017. What's the outlook for the year?
The outlook is to take it to the last and final step. You know, there is no other, I guess, level to get to besides winning the whole thing and getting in the dome. You can't, and I tell the kids, you know, you can't win any games off of last year's touchdowns. So it's a new season. We are not that we weren't the hunted last year, because everybody knows Westlake.
Yeah.
But we're not going to surprise anybody with how good we are. And everybody knows we have athletes. And so we have to continue to work and do the little things that got us there last year. I think the buy-in this year was a lot greater. There was some skepticism amongst players and even fans and all that stuff early in the year last year because we were new. I'm an outsider of the Westlake community. And so the kids, I think the seniors last year did a great job eventually getting those guys on board and buying in, and that's when we really took off. I think this summer has been great. The offseason had a lot of energy, a lot of positive momentum. And so I think the expectations are sky high. Hopefully we live up to them and surpass them. And so we're just going to keep grinding, man. We're going to do it. We know the blueprint. We know the formula. We're not going to change much, tweak a few things, hopefully become a little bit better. And just, we need a little luck, too. At some times last year, we were more lucky than good, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, the football guys bless us again, and we can take this thing all the way.
Well, we thank you guys so much for taking the time out to join us on Married to the Game and be a part of our football roundtable discussion. We learned a lot, and man, I'm ready for this season to get started.
Thank you, guys.
All right, no problem.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
Okay, stats are great, but there's so much more than just the numbers to each story. For this, we go beyond the box score.
Now, if I've heard you say it once, I've heard you say it a million times. You all about loyalty and family.
Oh my, yes. Oh my, yes.
We're a family business.
Yes, we are.
The Shepard family, they joined forces on a business move too. Ashley Shepard, the older sister of New York Giants wide receiver Sterling, they co-wrote a children's book, The Adventures of Young Shep.
Awesome
Young
book.
Shep Saves the Game.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed reading the book. It was
I
awesome.
liked reading it too. It's a biography of sorts that sheds light on believing in yourself.
In which all children need to believe in themselves. We need more of that.
They do. And it's very inspiring because...
I see a song coming on.
And I see me grabbing the cane like Sandman on Showtime at the Apollo to pull you off.
I was straight about doing Whitney Houston.
I know, that's what...
Children are the future.
Yeah, that's why I was coming in like Sandman on the Apollo.
Teach them way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But Sterling lost his father, Derek, when he was 6 years old. And his father played in the NFL. But his father was a big influence on his life and passed down, obviously, those athletic genes. His son makes it to the NFL, too. Sterling's in camp right now. This is year 2 with the Giants coming out of Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. But Ashley was kind enough to join us on the show to talk about the book and their family. We're here with Ashley Shepard, author of The Adventures of Young Shep. Congratulations on the book, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game.
Thank you for having me.
What made you and Sterling decide to put pen to paper and birth The Adventures of Young Shep?
Well, I'm the older sister. I have Sterling, my younger brother. He's 3 years younger than me, and a younger sister, and she's 6 years younger than me, Shelby. And I used to tutor them while they were in elementary school, and we go over homework, reading assignments, and I noticed it was difficult to keep my brother's attention. He couldn't find any reading material that really piqued his interest.
Okay.
So I kind of geared my book toward young males, something that would hold their attention.
Really, that was what sparked to where you came to this wonderful book that you have here today. How long did that whole process take?
I came up with the idea around this time last August. I started writing all year. I was in New Jersey, actually, staying with my brother. I moved back to Oklahoma, and the whole time I was there, I was writing the book.
Okay, now for me, I'm like all about family bonding. So what was it like working with your brother on this book?
It was actually fun. He was kind of a consultant. I wrote it, and I would just come to him, like if I had 2 pages, I'd come read them to him and ask him what he thought about it. and he'd tell me, oh, I don't like this or I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my illustrator, when he came in, he showed me all the sketches of Young Shep, and I showed Sterling, I said, which one do you like best? Which one do you think looks like you the most? And so I just kind of consulted with him, really.
Okay, so kind of like gave him a little bit of feel like he was really in control over his older sister.
Yeah.
So when in writing the book, what did you learn about trusting yourself, and how are you applying the lessons in your life today?
Well, I don't really know if it was about me. I think it was more so for other kids.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the book more for kids maybe that were into athletics, something that would interest them, or maybe kids that lost a parent like we did.
Yeah.
Something that would help comfort them. So I didn't do it so much for myself. I kind of did it for the kids. That's what made me write it.
Being the football guy that I am, and then of course my New York Giants, I knew about Sterling's backstory, and this, it's sad losing a parent, but you guys really turned this into such a positive and inspiring story. Were there moments where it brought some tears as you were kind of reliving some of the stories, and how did you deal with that?
It did. I could see when Sterling saw the final copy, it kind of touched him. He didn't cry, but I did, and a lot of my relatives did, because we know our story, and, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
It was devastating, but we made it through, and that's kind of what I wanted kids to take from this. It's hard and it's sad, but you'll persevere and you'll make it through this.
Beautiful, and it's very encouraging and very inspirational. We enjoyed it. I want to know how it's been received by family, friends, and fans alike.
Everyone's been telling me they really enjoyed it. They loved it. All the fans that have followed Sterling through high school and college and now in the NFL, they really loved it. They all keep telling me, we know your story. We saw the special on ESPN, and this is just great. They think it's a great thing, and they know how much Sterling loves children, and I do, and that we tried to give something back to the kids.
We don't have any young children, but I do plan on sharing it with our nephews. They play flag football, and I know they'll love it. If I was a little kid, I would want this to be my frequent bedtime story. Congratulations, Ashley, to you and Sterling.
Congratulations.
On this.
Thank you so much.
This fantastic book.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the support and having me on.
And before we let you go, you can shout out any of your social media info or website, or and tell where the book is available in stores and online.
Well, it's available on Amazon. It's also available on youngshep.com. I have an Instagram. It's Ashley_Shep. I don't have a Twitter yet. Everyone keeps telling me I need to get one.
We got your information, and we wish you all the best with the book. And folks, you need to go get it. The Adventures of Young Shep. Young Shep saves the game.
Yes.
Well, the clock's hit 000, and that's all the time we have for today. It's been a thin slice of heaven chilling here with you. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Married2Game1. That's the number 2 and the number 1. You can check us on Instagram at Married to the Game Podcast. It's also with the number 2. Or like our Facebook page, Married to the Game. We'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace. Married to the Game was written by Rory Sharrock and Lakita Sharrock for Sharrock Media Group. The podcast was mixed and produced by Traxa Taylor. For more information, email us at rsharrock@sharrockmediagroup.com.